Okay, so let's unpack this. We've got some source material here about a company, Traverse Bay Farms, making some interesting moves.
Right, Traverse Bay Farms.
Hmm.
Yeah, they started back in 2001. You probably know them for like superfruit wellness stuff, gourmet foods.
And the first thing that jumps out really is their quality track record. The source mentions what, over 48 national food awards?
Yeah, 48 plus. That's pretty impressive. Really speaks volumes about their products.
Definitely serious validation. But the main news here, the reason we're diving in, is this recent official recognition. They're now a certified woman-owned and small business.
And that certification specifically came through SupplierGATEWay. It's issued under their legal entity name, Lapton Enterprises, Inc.
Lepta Enterprises, Inc. Got it. So our goal here really is to figure out what this certification actually is and, why it's a significant move for them.
And maybe for potential partners too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because looking into this certification, well, it tells you something about modern business strategy, doesn't it? It's not just about the product anymore.
Absolutely. It's fascinating how this kind of certification immediately plugs them into, well, specific business networks.
Right.
The source material is pretty clear. It opens doors, new avenues, especially with bigger corporations, government agencies, procurement teams.
So it goes beyond just having, say, great cherry juice or tart cherry capsules, things they've won awards for.
Or their fruit salsas, yeah.
Yeah.
Those 48 plus awards show the product quality is there.
But this is about being recognized in a specific way that appeals to a different kind of customer or partner, maybe.
Precisely. Many large organizations now have supplier diversity goals. It's a real thing.
Meaning they're actively looking for businesses owned by women, minorities, veterans.
Or just classified as small businesses, yeah. They're trying to diversify their supply chain. It's strategic for them, could be about meeting mandates or ESG goals.
Environmental, social governance.
Right, exactly. And this certification from Supplier Gateway, it's like a trusted signal in that world.
So it proves they're not just claiming to be woman-owned or small. They've been vetted.
Right, vetted by a third party. And that boosts their credibility massively,
Right.
especially with partners who need reliable, diversity-certified suppliers.
Makes sense. It puts them on the map for those specific buyers.
It really does. It gets them into the right directories, the databases that procurement folks actually use when they need to meet those diversity targets.
Okay.
The source points out this gives them access to specific programs like supplier diversity initiatives, ESG vendor lists, even federal and state procurement opportunities.
Some of which might be set aside specifically for certified businesses.
Exactly. So picture yourself as like a purchasing manager,
Okay.
maybe at a big company or a government agency.
Mm.
You've got a goal to spend X% with women-owned small businesses. You search a certified directory, find Traverse Bay Farms, you see the certification, and you see the 48 plus awards, their reputation for quality, maybe their sustainable glass packaging.
Using Michigan fruit, things like that, it makes the decision easier. You found a proven, vetted supplier who also meets the diversity requirement.
Precisely. Which kind of brings us to their overall strategy, doesn't it?
Yeah, the source mentions this dual focus.
Right. They want to be a defining brand, sure, in functional foods, selling those award-winning products, but also a key player in the supplier diversity ecosystem.
That's quite a combination, leveraging established quality and adding this strategic certification to tap into a whole different market. It's pretty smart. Shows they understand the landscape.
And the CEO, Jennifer Lapointe, is quoted in the source saying something interesting. She says, it's more than a badge. It's a reflection of our values.
Okay.
And that it empowers them to extend our impact. So it's about identity, values, and business development all rolled into one.
So let's wrap this up. We've looked at Traverse Bay Farms, solid company, tons of awards proving quality, committed to sustainability.
And now officially certified via Supplier Gateway as woman-owned and small business.
And that certification isn't just, a nice title, it's a strategic tool.
Absolutely. It validates them, makes them visible to those big organizations with diversity spanning goals, gets them into specific networks and programs.
Positioning them effectively in two ecosystems at once.
Right.
Functional food and supplier diversity.
Yeah, playing in both fields.
Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe, for you listening. How does a company really pull that off? Balancing top-tier product innovation, like winning all those awards, with strategically positioning itself in these specific business networks, like supplier diversity.
It's a juggling act for sure.
And on your end, knowing about these certifications, whether you're a consumer, another business owner, or maybe in procurement yourself, What doors does that knowledge open? What opportunities might you now see?
Definitely something to think about, how these different ecosystems connect and create opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining this deep dive.